All right. Hello. And okay. So for the first half an hour of class, please send all answers for the question that I've prepared, or any questions you have about the class in general. Please send them to me. And I know there's another account that's sharing screening here with the same name. So if you want me to see it, please double click on the host name. And the usual TA is going to be Gordon Chen. And for the first half an hour, if you send a message to him, he will respond, but I'll probably respond faster than him. And while we wait for more people, please do the fun problem of the day that's currently being screen shared. If you have answers, please send them to me. And uh, if you send it to my TA Gordon Chen, he'll respond eventually. I'm just going to give a short little hint. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I've received messages. And no, they cannot switch sand between the hourglasses. All they can do is flip hourglasses over at any moment that they want to. Send them to me, the one who's talking right now. And you can send the messages to a specific person by double clicking on their name in the participants menu. Yeah, sorry. I accidentally zoomed out. But eventually it should zoom back in. The screen is lagging behind real time, I guess. Sorry, the screen sharing account got exited. All right, can you see this now?
Yes.
Okay. For the two people whose messages I still haven't responded to, I'm still reading them. Okay, I'll just go over my method. There's multiple methods to do this, and my method is basically start by flipping over start by flipping both the 7 and the 11 over at the same time. That's an hourglass. Okay. And now when the 7 minute fills out completely is out, then flip the 7 minute over again. And then when the 11 runs out, flip the 7 over yet again. And then when the 7 minute hourglass empties out this time, the 15 minutes are up. And this is true because after the 7 minute hourglass empties, then there's 7 minutes have passed, which means that 8 are left. And now there's also 4 left in the 11 minutes hourglass. And so when you flip the 7 over, after you flip the 7 over, when the 11 minute hourglass runs out, 4 minutes worth of sand are at the bottom. And when you flip that over again, and when that time runs out, another 4 plus 4 minutes have passed since the 7 minutes in which the 7 minute hourglass was flipped over for the first time. And that's 8. And that's also the 8 minutes needed after the 7 minutes are up. So that works. All right, so this is the AMC10 Basic class, and this is week 1. And this week we're going over algebra part 1. And I'm the instructor, and my TA is Gordon Chen. And this is just today's dates. All right, so basically the class schedule is gonna go with week 1 being algebra part 1, then algebra part 2, then geometry part 1, then geometry. Uh, wait. Okay, the screen is laggy. Okay, so the class is basically gonna go algebra part 1, algebra part 2, geometry part 1, then number theory part 1, then number theory part 2, then combo part 1, then combo part 2, and then the 8th week, the final week, is just going to be a summary. And now For today in particular, uh, okay, the screen is really laggy. Please wait while I try to fix this. All right. Um, okay. I'm just going to test this for a quick second. And no, that's still laggy. Okay, whatever. So, for today in particular, we're just going to go over linear systems of equations, then word problems, then exponents and radicals, then statistics, and then functions and operations. So I'm going to assume you know linear systems of equations. So yeah, here's the first problem. Also, I would prefer if you express your answer is in, okay. So first of all, I would prefer for you to send the answers to the account that's currently screen sharing. And second of all, here's the general format for which I want the answers to be in. Okay, all the I think all the answers I got were right except for one who wrote it in the opposite order. But yeah. Anyways, so this is pretty easy. So just substituting it in. So then 2, right, draw. 2x equals x plus 10. So x equals 10. So y equals 20. Yeah. All right, this is more difficult. And yeah. please send answers through public chat. I mean, private chat. All right. If anyone wants a hint, then you can first try multiplying all the equations. All right, I'm just gonna go over this. Okay. So basically, you can multiply the numbers together, and so you get 28 over 3, and so you get this first equation, which is yeah. Okay. And then when you expand the term on the right, it simplifies into this. And then you already know what x plus 1 over y plus 1 over z, and z plus 1 over x are. And so you can substitute those in, and then that tells you that 28 over 3 equals xyz. Okay, 28 over 3 equals xyz plus 1 over xyz plus 22 over 3, which means that xyz plus 1 over xyz is 2, and so xyz equals 1. All right, and now here are some word problems. And I'm also assuming all of you know how to solve word problems. For the person who private message the screen sharing accounts, that's sadly wrong. It's not really that it takes forever to type. It's that and the fact that it's painful to pull up the keyboard in the first place. Alright. So Alice can paint in 1 hour. Alice can paint half a room. And in 1 hour, Bob can paint 1/2 times 2/3 equals a third of a room. And in 1 hour, Charlie can paint 1/3 times 1/2 equals 1/6 of a room. So in total, Alice, Bob, and Charlie in 1 hour can paint one room. And there's 24 hours per day, so they can paint 24 rooms. All right, here's the next problem. All right, I'll start explaining this. Draw. Okay, so let's say she initially starts off with B blueberries and C cherries. Well, jelly beans, but yeah. B equals 2C and B minus 10. Okay, so the initial state basically says that B equals 2C, and the second state says that B minus 10 equals 3 times C minus 10. And so 2C minus 10 equals 3C minus 30. So C equals 20 and B equals 40. Uh, that's a bit sloppy. 40. Okay, and that's the answer. All right, here's the next answer. The question. When I say magically triples, I literally just mean the number of bananas increases by a factor of 3. So like if there's 3 bananas, then it becomes 9. Uh, okay. So like when I mean it magically triples, I mean like say okay, say there's like 125 at the start, and then it goes down to like 50, and then after 5 minutes it goes down to 50. Oh, hold on, right? I paused screen sharing. Okay, what I mean is like when assuming the pile starts at like 125, and then after 5 minutes it hits 50, and then at that moment it suddenly becomes 150, and then it just goes down, down, down. All right, I'm just going to start going over this problem. So this person can peel 12 bananas in a minute, and this one can peel 6 bananas in a minute. So in total, they peel 18 bananas a minute. And then so after 5 minutes, they'd have peeled 90 bananas. So you can reverse engineer this. After 5 minutes, there's 38, and then the tripling to 114, and then this goes at okay. So at this point is 5, and now this point is 10 minutes, and it's down to 24, and then it triples to 72. Okay, and then 72 divided by 18 is 4. So another 4 minutes have passed after the 10 minutes when the pile's finished, giving an answer of 10 plus 4 equals 14 minutes. Oh, and by the way, starting from now, you can send your messages to Gordon Chan, the TA. And I'm just going to give him host to make it easier for you. Yeah, okay. Oh, and if a minute has passed and the TA still hasn't responded, I guess you can still ask me, I guess. All right. Uh, okay, actually, I'll do this. What? Okay, whatever. All right. So let the length of the track be L. L. Okay. And then so at the first meeting, uh, the screen sharing is lagging again. So at the first meeting, Brenda has traveled 100. and S has traveled L over 2 minus 100. Okay? Actually, is screen sharing lagging or is my voice lagging? Please send answers to for that question to me. Okay. Okay. So then at the second meeting, they've traveled, Brenda has traveled L minus 150, and then Sally has traveled 150. And then so let Brenda travel at RB, let her rate be that, and let Sally's rate be RS. And then so 100 equals RBT1. Uh, and can you please stop sending messages in the chat? It leaves me less space to write stuff with. And then so L over 2 minus 100 equals RST1. And then L minus 150 equals RBT2. And 150 equals RST2. And T1 over T2 would then equal 100 over L minus 150, which is also L over 2 minus 100 over 150. And when you solve for this, you find that L equals 350 meters. Okay. And so now we're gonna go over exponents and radicals, and we're gonna start by going over exponents. So these are the product rules for exponents and stuff. I'm assuming you already know these. Okay. I'm going to assume that you know most of these, if not all. And then so here's the first problem. All right. So you can just multiply this out. And that tells you that 3 to the 20, you're simplifying 3 to the 4016 minus 3 to the 4012 over 3 to the 4014 minus 3 to the 4010. Sorry, 4010, which is just 3 to the 6th minus 3 squared over 3 to the 4th minus 1. And this is just 9 times 80 over 80 equals 9. Okay. And so this is your next exponents problem. All right. So, okay, he's back. Never mind. Okay, the TA got aided from the meeting, but he's back now. All right, so 4 to the right, 4 to the 3n plus 21 equals 2 to the 6n plus 42 equals 2 to the 4n plus 92. And so 6n plus 42 equals 4n plus 92. And so n equals 25. All right, so, hmm? What do you mean you can't hear me? I stopped talking for a while. Okay, anyways, so here's this is basically what a radical is, and here are the technical terms for what they are, but yeah, I'm going to assume that you basically know what that is too. Alright, so here's a problem that it basically is about radicals. And if you, I think all of you should know what a geometric progression is, but if you don't, you can ask.
If we know the answer, how are we supposed to write it?
Uh, I'll just give you a few choices just to make it easier.
Oh,
Saying it's an integer basically reveals the whole answer. Okay, but I'm hoping you did not see what happened in the chat. So here are some choices. What are the three numbers? Okay, not three. 9, 3. Uh, I don't know. All right, there's your choices: A, B, C, D, E. All right. So since the TA basically gave away the answer, I'm just going to go over this. So the common ratio is 3 to the 1 half over 3 to the 1 third equals 3 to the 1 sixth. So the fourth term is 6 root of 3 over the 6th root of 3 is 1. Yeah, okay. So statistics, mean, median, mode, and range. So imagine the set this. So the mean is just the arithmetic average of the numbers, which is this notation. And if you don't know what this notation means, it's basically it basically just means a a1 plus a2 plus etc plus an. And oh god, what happened here? Okay. And if the cardinality of the set is odd, then the median number is simply the middle number. And if the cardinality of the set is even, then the median is the average of the two middle numbers. And the cardinality is basically just a fancy word for the number of terms in a set. And the mode is the number that appears the most frequently. So in this example, the mode is 3. And if there are multiple of the same largest numbers like this, then the mode is not unique. It's 1 and 3. And the range is the absolute difference between the largest and smallest numbers in a set. Okay, and for your first problem, find the mean, median, mode, and range. Um, I'll give you two choices for how to submit this. So mean, median, mode, and range. Or you can just write it out. Mean, this, median, this, mode, this, range, this. Okay. Okay, I'll start explaining this now. So basically, all of these five numbers add up to 390. So the mean is just 390 over 5 is 78. And for the median, you can see that this is the smallest, this is the second smallest, and this is the median. And you can just see that 82 is the mode, and the range is 82 minus 73, which is 9. Okay, yeah, these are pretty easy. And so here's your next problem. All right, I'll start explaining this. I'll start explaining this. So the sum of the ages is the number of kids times the average, so it's 32. And so there's obviously an even number of cousins. Sorry, there are an even number of cousins. So the median is the average of the two middle ones, which means that the two middle ones have a sum of the two children in the middle have an total age of 5 times 2 or 10. And so the sum of the two most extreme children, basically the youngest and the oldest children, the sum of their ages is 32 minus 10 or 22. All right. So functions and operations. So you can basically most fun okay, so basically there's a lot of functions that have an inverse, which basically takes the domain, which basically changes the range of f of x to the domain of f of x. So basically, the, so for example, the inverse of f of x equals square root of x is x squared, but only on the domain 0 through 100, since that's the range of f of x. Yeah, like that. And then functions and operations. This is basically a visual example of what a function and its inverse does. And this is an example of using inverses. So for example, like f of x equals 2x plus 3, and f negative 1 of x equals x minus 3 over 2. And so you can see that's true here when you just shove the any number in basically. Alright, and here are some more definitions. So this first picture is not of a function. And this is of a function in general. And this is what an injective function is, and this is what a surjective function is. And for most of these, you don't really need to know what they are, but bijective is important-ish. It's it's basically every value for every possible thing in A, there's a corresponding thing in B that's unique, and the same function takes it back. Okay, and now that's more important than the rest, but you still probably won't need it much. All right, so here's your first example. Uh, the only hint you're gonna get from me is the fact that giving a hint is basically the whole solution. All it's basically not a hint. The Oh my god, did you disconnect? No, you're still in here. Okay, whatever. It's basically not a hint. It's basically just saying the solution's basically one step long. All right, I'll be nice and give you the first step of the solution. Note that come on, m2 equals m plus 2 over 2m plus 4 equals 1 half. And this holds true for any m. Okay, for all of you who wanted hints, there's your hint. Now it shouldn't take too long to finish. Oops. I did not mean to be screen sharing, but whatever. I'll just go over this now. So basically, after this, you just have that the expression is equal to this, and after doing a little bit of calculation, it's 1/12. Okay, and here's another problem. please, if you have an answer, send it through private chat, not public chat. All right. Okay. So for this, note that x, right, come on, x 0 is 0 over something, which is 0. Okay. And then so this is 0, then 0, then 0, and this telescope so that this whole thing is 0. Okay. And here's the final problem. All right. This shouldn't be too hard, I guess. Uh, um, okay, so since uh, okay, there's someone whose hand is raised. Do you have a question or something? All right, I'll just start going over this. So basically, you want to plug in x such that 3x minus 1 equals 5, and this means that x equals 2. So f of 3 times 2 minus 1 equals f of 5, and also equals 2 squared plus 2 plus 1 equals 7. So f of 5 equals 7. And yeah. So now we're going to have a Kahoot game with some fun problems. And then class will end after that and once I make some announcements. Please wait while we get the game ready. And by the way, you don't need to make your Kahoot name your real name. But if you want to be recognized, then the name should be recognizable.
For some reason you stopped sharing your screen.
Yeah, I know. It was to um prevent people from seeing some stuff.
Choose equal sign O. Choose smiley face.
It doesn't matter what your actual name is. Sorry, it doesn't matter what your Kahoot name is. For all I care, your name could be whatever you want it to be. Just make sure it's appropriate. All right. Okay, um, okay. So I didn't go over this at the start of class, so I'll just say it now. So basically, the AMC10 is a 25 question test, and you have 75 minutes to do it. And there's two AMC10s, the 10A and the 10B, and both of them are at in early February, I believe. And so for each question, there's a total of 6 points. All problems are weighted the same. And so there's 6 points if you get it right, 1.5 if it's blank, and 0 points if it's wrong, for a total of 150 points possible. And normally, to qualify for the next level, it usually needs about 110 or so points. And so the last day of this class is going to be January 30th. And there's no class next week because it's Thanksgiving. And so, yeah. And all of you can thank my brother Gordon Chen for being a TA. And I wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.